Good morning. It is, what's today? Today is Tuesday. Tuesday. My son is back in school. My husband is back at work. It's play day. Not really play day. I'm going to get some work done, but it kind of feels like play day. My vacation has just started now. uh, Today, what are we doing today? I am hanging there, loading your stuff. Okay. Today I am prepping for some future design team um, stuff. I am a design team member for a local company here that sells art supplies, and I am going to color a bunch of different motifs for them so that I can just have a little bit of a buffer. Oh, these are the same one, but those are going to make really cute birthday cards. So, yeah. Let's see. Is this working? Yeah. For some reason, I cannot see a preview today. So, yeah, I won't be able to see what you see. I won't know. Maybe it'll come in soon. Nope. If I go home, technical difficulties, give me a moment. I know that I'm live. I want to manage the stream. I want you to let me manage the stream, please. Pretty please. Okay, well, I actually can't see what you can see, so I don't know if you see anything. And all right then, maybe that'll play along later. In the meantime, these are the things that I'm gonna color. And then if you can't actually see anything, if you could let me know, that would be amazing. But this I was thinking for like a confirmation card. These could be anything. Flower cards are just so generic. Like you can make them for birthdays, anniversaries, sympathy, anything really. And then these were going to be just really fun, cute kid cards. And I was thinking of just making a background. I don't know if I'll get to two, but I had to. So, yeah. So first, I think I'm going to do this one. I don't know if we'll get all of these done today either. But we're going to try. And then we are going to use purples because confirmation colors are purples. And I think that would look good. So her skirt is going to be purple at the very least. So darkest color, this is the blend that we are using today. Which, if you've seen me before, I'm sure you've seen this blend because it's one of my favorite purples. Yeah. So, as always, starting out with the shadows. And I'm also going to come along and put some, kind of follow where there are some demarcations on this. And this is a stamp by Picket Fence, BFF Elise. That's one of the stamps that the company sells. So I'm going to color it and we'll see. All right, so dark, we're going to put in all of the dark. Anywhere there would be a natural shadow. Anywhere fabric is overlapping another one. Or like in this case, the hand. And then you have to kind of decide what you want here based on this. Like, is this all here underneath? I would say yes. So I'm gonna do a shadow here. And then it would be underneath from this one. And then here, here, this will just be a little fold. This is turning over, so there will be shadow here and here. I think this will be a shadow over here. And that will be a deep shadow there. Because her arm is behind, in front of it. Yeah. Little shadow there. Got that one, got that one. I'm going to extend the shadow here. And then behind the arm, I'm coming up to meet that. Yeah, sure. Why not? I still don't have a preview, so boy, I hope you can see this. And now I have to remember where all the shadows are. And I have drawn them in, but like this one will be light, but it needs contrast to be light against. So I'm actually going to blend the shadow out on both parts, on both sides, because it can't just be light, it has to change. Thank you for the follow. I'm not sure that that is pronounceable. Kai Dishisixum Fivs, maybe? How to do? So I'm just blending out the darkest purple. My neighbor's dogs are barking. Hope you can't hear that. They're quite young. Okay, I'm gonna put just a little bit of a line here, down. Again, you want like the contrast against this this lightest color, and this is only a 3-color blend, so you want to have something to go against so that the light actually looks light and shows up. And just coming into these curls here. Here. And I'm just extending this color a little bit more. And I need to come down on this side, but I'm going to leave a little bit of a space there. And then on the other side too. So just leaving stripes. Blend out all of this shadow. Like that. I always go back a couple of times because it's much easier to blend once you've already given it a coat of marker. And do the same thing here. This is behind, but it will have a little bit of light sticking out, as will that. I'm going to make this a little bit thicker. The lightest parts are going to be the parts that are like facing forward toward you. But you need to make sure that there's enough marker to blend, but not enough where you lose some of the details and some of the too much there. That's okay. Words. You need enough marker to blend, but not too much so that the highlights don't actually look like highlights. And if I go over it a couple of different times, I can slowly extend versus just putting down a lot and then deciding I didn't want that much. So now we'll go over everything with this lightest color because this will actually tone. It's kind of pinky, so it will tone the colors that's already down there. Another word is glaze. And I'll just blend it, not really the sides, but where it meets in the center. So this one I'm just going to give a quick thing on the side there, and then I'll spend the time blending on this larger piece here. All the purple, all the time. There. Oops, missed a spot. So now it looks like she has, you can tell there's folds, you can tell that there's a difference in coloring. This could be blended a little bit better, so it's a little more seamless. This could also be blended a little bit better. And then we have a little piece back here, and I'm not going to go with the lightest color, and maybe at the bottom I will, but all of this will be mostly dark. Can't be all dark, because then you won't be able to tell what it is. So, and it's really, really small. I'll just put the end here, and then I did that backwards, but that's okay. So that's that. And what color do I want her shirt to be? Her sweater. She has a shirt underneath, and that will be white. So that will just be some grays for shadows. And then her shoes also. But what color do I want her sweater? I'm taking requests. And in the meantime, I will get all of my colors for skin. And I will do her legs. So because they're rounded, I'm going to start with the shadows of everything that would be covering. So, and they're round legs, obviously. So the shadows won't be sharp, they're going to be curved. Then there'll be a little shadow here. And then what I want to do is have a shadow towards the back, and it's going to be a really thin line. Just going along the side of the leg. It's really thin there. And I'm going to do that on both sides. I need to flip this over. I color better when I can see what I'm coloring. I'm probably going to put a little thing there for knee. There. Another one there, and then on the same side. And then I'll turn it around again. And it doesn't have to be really dark. It's just to give the appearance that it's round. It's not flat. So do that, and then I'll blend it out. And I'm going to blend it out towards the center. So there will be, I'll blend it out on this side here, and on this side here. So then the lightest will be a strip in the center. This is just how I color. I have absolutely no idea if this is like how everything should be done. There's a lot of shoulds, but I'm not sure any of it really applies to kind of like art. So this is just what I do. And I'm only here to inspire and maybe have someone to chat with when I'm coloring. So now with this lightest color, I'm going to fill in that stripe along the side, and then I'm going to blend in the center. And because it's wet, you really won't be able to see much of a difference, I don't think, right now. But when it dries, you should be able to see something. And her arms and her face are going to get the same exact thing, but they're really small, so I think I'm just going to do the shadow on one side here. Because really there's no point in having a lot of detail on such a small image. You can't really be seen. So all right, she will have some shadows here because her hair, and here. Yeah. Blend it out with the base color. Again, it's just so small, so, and I'm not going to blend, I am blending this out, but I'm not blending it out as strong underneath where her hair is, because that would be like an actual line of shadow where her hair was, you know. So I'm going to come back in actually, just make that a little bit more pronounced. And then line his color on everything. I could have done a lot more detail on the face, but I really don't think it's necessary because it's so tiny. All right, she will have, let's give her some red lips. And hopefully I'll stay in the lines. Ish. I might put some purple on her eyes though. The medium color, no? Yeah. As an eyeshadow. The stamp is really not all that clear, so yeah, kind of what you see is what you get. And then her hair is mostly black, so I'm going to go in with a fairly darker gray, darkish gray. I can always go darker if I need to, but I'm not going to fuss too much with it. If it was more detailed, I could have really like just put a line of shadow there, line of shadow there, but I'm gonna glaze this with the blue because I can't. I might have to try a few times to get the right blue, but I'm really just filling in as much hair as possible. All right, what do we think? That one could be good. I'm just randomly going in. Dark hair usually has like a blue or purple tint. If you think about like a comics, like, you know, the Sunday Funnies or something. Wonder Woman always had blue stripes in her hair. So that's that. Now, gray for the sneakers. Just random in small places because it's so tiny. I'm still having some white show through. And I will put just a very light, I think she has a belly shirt on. Just going to put a light gray where the shirt, where the sweater is over the shirt. To give a little bit of shadow there. And if she has a belly shirt on, I'm going to just fill in this little piece here. So now, what color sweater? Could do like a pink. That's really kind of girly though. It's like over the top girly. I want it to not be white. So I guess it could be cream. I don't know. Do girls wear purple skirts with pink shirts? It's a good question. I mean, I'm a girl, but I don't wear skirts. And I don't have purple pants. So maybe I could just do tiny flowers on it. I think I'll do that. Pink and light purple flowers in a different hue. So I don't really have to worry too much. Is that too dark? No, should be fine. So I'm just going to draw in random little flowers. And they're not going to be really shaped. They're just going to be kind of flower-like. Little half pieces here and there. So it gives a little something and a pink center. So that's that. What do we want for background? We need something for her to stand on. I need oh, here. 6, 4, and 2. Just doing like this is a warm gray. So and just blending it out a little bit. What else do we want? Do we want a background? Probably don't need one, right? Because then I'm going to probably die cut this and then put it on a more colorful background or patterned background. Yeah, I think that's fine. So we'll just leave that as it is. And we'll move on to the next one. And I don't need any of these markers, I don't think. So this is a lily, I think. I think it's called a lily. Not actually sure. I know that they're orange. Yep, it's a lily. And it's going to have, oh, that's interesting. This flower has a lighter center. I was going to do a darker center because that's how I've seen them. This one has stripes. And this one has black dots. Okay, so the sky's the limit, really. Ooh, this one has like a red in there. Maybe I should add a little bit of red. I was going to add a little bit of like orange brown, red brown. Still think that could be good, but I could also put like an orange red. But how will that hold up against the darkest orange? Ah, it really doesn't. So, not that one. I think I'll stick with that because I think this will give a nice blend. It gives me the darkness that I want. All right, and I am going to have some like golden yellow. Ah, I got the name right, golden yellow. And then I will have like a more of a muted green base. So just check one thing. Come on now. Oh boy. Okay. I still can't see a preview, so I really hope that you can see something. All right, so I'm just going to do one petal at a time so that I can have some idea. And I kind of want the dark to come up in a cone-ish shape. So I will have some dark here and then come up a little higher. And this one actually has black dots on it, so I'll come in after and add those in once it's all done. So that'll be the shadow. And then what is this doing over here? It's flipping over, so that'll be darker, but these will be lighter colors. So I think I'll just go through and add this one first. And then here, I need to have a little bit of a, like a break, so it's not just all completely dark. So you can see some color, like you can see differentiation between the petals. I'm just trying to follow the shape of the petal. Like that. And then I'm going to work mainly on one petal so I can figure out what I want and how it's going to look, where the colors are going to go. This one is definitely going to be blended out with this darkest orange. And like I said, I kind of wanted it cone shaped and then to go lighter from there. So I'm not going to go too far out with this color. This is just a bit of a lighter orange, and this will be the shadow color down here. It's just to make a better transition. And my lightest orange. Blend the shadow out. And I'll decide what to do over here after. And then the light golden yellow will be along the sides and the tip. And it almost feels like this needs to be refilled. So I'll check it in a little bit. So like that. I think under here I will go through with the light orange, the medium orange, and then this lightest color. And it's not going to be too big because you just need to see that it's curling over there so it would have like a natural shadow. And then it will be light because everything else is light. This is, it's curling this way, so it would be darker. I'm actually just going to use two colors because it's so small. Put a shadow on the bottom. And then just lightly tap it and blend it out with the lightest color. So I think that'll be the look of each of the petals. Now, where's that picture of the lily? I need to see. This part down here. I need to see if it's the same color, if it's darker. It actually looks like a blend between, on some of the flowers that I'm looking at. I always use, look them up in Google Images and then just see. Let me find one that has similar coloring, which I passed earlier. Here, but it's not, okay, this one doesn't have the same view. The flower isn't shaping the same way, so you can't actually see the base of it. So let me keep looking. Doesn't really matter, actually, but I'd like it to look a little realistic. All right, there's a lot though that have green in the stem that blends into the color of the flower. So, oh, here's a good one. This one, nope, that's not nearly as good as I thought it was. I just need a side view of an orange flower. And I cannot find one because everyone takes pictures of flowers straight on. So I think I'm just going to make my own here And I think I'll go with like this medium-ish color orange blending down into the green. So I think just so I don't mess myself up, I'm not going to take the darkest. I am going to take the medium, and I'm just going to kind of come up a little bit. And then blend from medium to light down. This one would have a shadow though, so I'll go darker there. Right here, because this flower is overlapping. And it's overlapping here too. So I'll put that down and then blend it out with the medium orange. Give a couple of strokes like that down, and then go down with the lighter yellow. But that's not all we're doing, because then we're going to come in with the lighter green. Or maybe just stick with that medium green, because it actually looks really good. So just so it kind of blends more, better. Like that. Okay, and then I'll work on this outside piece, which I think I did in the medium orange. Actually, it doesn't matter. I can use the darker one. And I'm just going to have a fine, fine line just along the bottom of it. And then I'll blend it out with the lighter color. Like that. And I'm going to blend that a little bit better. And now I'll just go through the same routine. I already have the darkest down, so I'm just going to slightly extend it. And I just colored out of the flower there. But I'm going to curve this so it follows the shape of the petal. I find it easier to like get one down and set, and then you know what to do or where you want to go with it, and then finish the other ones. I'm not guessing as much then. That's just how I do it though. And this is the lightest orange. I'm going to have this come down a little bit. I'm going for like realistic, but not like photo realistic. I want it to be a drawing. It's a stamp. So I just want to enhance it as much as I can. As much, yeah, I guess as much as I can. Without going photorealistic. These will eventually become cards. And people save cards, but they're not like hung on the wall. So I'm not going to spend the time to make it hyper realistic for it to be like recycled or thrown in a box. I definitely need to check this one though. Could use a little bit more ink. I just don't know which ink it is. Copic went in and changed their refills. So you have a refill that looks like this, and then you have the older style, which was better in my opinion, but they didn't consult me on the change, so my opinion is worthless. And then, oh, this is what the older one looked like. So, you can notice when your marker gets kind of low because it doesn't blend as easily as it normally does. Why 17? Why 17? So I know when I'm kind of struggling and the marker, some markers are squeakier than others, but when it starts squeaking and it's not a typical squeaky marker, then you need to fill it. Or if you're just having a little bit of trouble blending, then you need to fill it. So I'm going to clean off this tip. And then I'm going to give it a second to, oh no. I'm going to clean the inside of that with some cleaning supplies that are missing from my drawer. My son was in my office a lot of the week playing around, and needless to say, today I'm not happy because I can't find half of the things that I want to. What I'm doing now is just cleaning the cap. There's a lot of I hope you can see that. There's a lot of like kind of dried and gummy ink in there, which stops the cover from going on really tight. So you just get that out of there with some cleaner. I think you can use like isopropyl alcohol too. This is Copa Cleaner, but I don't know if it actually exists in the US. I hadn't seen it before I moved here. It could, but, and then all of this is just kind of dried and gummy ink as well. And here's your Copic Cleaning 101 lesson, almost complete. You just have to be careful and not touch the nib. You can go close to it, but don't touch it. Okay, so now it should snap right on, and that's exactly what you want. One of these days, I'm going to have to just take all of my markers and clean them, give them like an annual clean, because sometimes I was really good at, yeah, thank you. I know I'm streaming. I was really good at cleaning my markers every time I used them, and it went really quick, and I don't know what happened. I just kind of fell out of that, so now everything needs to be cleaned. So maybe during a stream I can just answer questions and yeah, clean my markers. Talk about the weather. Talk about, I don't want to talk about politics. Talk about, I don't want to talk about the war either. We could talk about fun stuff. Different coloring classes, different techniques, different people we like to follow, social media. Could be a thing. I have to do it regardless, so. I brought the orange way too far, but a lot of this flower, the petal, is underneath. So it'll be fine. I'm coming in here just to make sure that you can see that there are different petals. Yeah. So this place where it's flipped, and I will again do the same thing and just do darker on the bottom and lighter on top. Really thin line of dark. And then blend it out with the lightest color. So there's a little variation there. And then underneath there's more room under this flip here, so I'll just go with all the colors. And then the lightest one, blending up. And then I don't actually know what that is, but regardless of what it is, it's big enough that I can put all of the colors in it in really thin stripes. It's facing out, so this part is going to be the lightest and inside the darkest. And really just thin lines of everything. Did my preview never loaded? Okay. Well, I guess we'll find out later whether or not any of this made sense or was successful. Because I can't tell what you can see and what you can't. I wonder if it's me. I'll just try reloading it again. Actually, yeah, I don't know. I have no idea why. What if I pop it out? Nope, still spinning. All right, just reload it again and see. There's some white in there. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to leave that and I'm going to color it with the... Oh, it worked. Yay. Okay. I'm going to color that with the lightest color. So it's not going to make too much sense, but it's going to definitely show that there are different petals. And these are 2 petals here. So there would be a shadow along here. And then there would be a shadow there where I just put one and here. So I guess I'll just go and do all the shadows. And then this is a bud, and it would also have a shadow, but where on earth does it start? There. So, and then also it would have some color coming up. Like that. Yeah. No, I didn't do this one. Like that. One of the things that you can do is once you've colored the flower, you can just go in and repeat everything. And then you'll have a real stronger contrast, brighter colors, more defined detail, all of that. But I like to do that for bigger pieces, not really for cards so much. And these will eventually be cards. Yeah. But for something that's like full size, like A4, 8.5 by 11, then I would recommend going back in and repeating all the steps that you did. Just get better results. Color that in yellow or golden yellow. And there we go. And if you wanted, and I am going to do with this darker color, I'm just going to come in and just darken up a little bit. So that's a little bit more drama. And I'm just going along the lines that are just naturally in the stamp. I'm not creating anything else, but it gives a little bit more of a contrast. I just personally don't think it's worth it to do it with all of the colors on all of them on such a small image. That's my thing. All right, so the green combo is going to be more of a muted. This is like an olive green, but then we will go through and add some brightness and blend that out. And finally add a nice light. So muted, but not. And there will be shadows underneath there. And would be a shadow here. And then anywhere anything is covering. anything that's sitting forward. So like on this leaf, there would be a big shadow here because the stem, and then there would be a shadow inside here because it's curled under. There would be a little shadow on the bottom and a shadow here where they cross. Where this leaf flips over, but I'm actually probably going to come along here as well. Not on this one though, because it's too small. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add just a thin stripe, kind of like we did with the girl's legs in the last image, just to show that it's not flat. And I need to go smaller because it's getting smaller. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing on this one. And then blend it out. Start with this shadow piece here. And I'm going to blend all this and then put like this green in the center, and then the lighter green will be on either side. I make it up as I go, so you know. And then just continuing on, and I'm still going to go over the marker where there's like connections, because I do want that green to take the hue of this one. I want to glaze it. Okay. And then the lighter color, and I'm going to go over everything and blend out this line so it's a little more seamless. The tip of this leaf is facing the light, so that will be light. Blend this in. This would also be lighter, and the top of this tip here would be lighter, and lighter over there. And there you go. I don't know how well you can see, so I'm going to try. Anytime I touch anything, things get messed up, but I'm going to try and see if I can focus and show you. So there's some nice darks, some nice lights. Yeah. And I didn't shut it off. It's like a miracle. Today is a lucky day. Might even play the lottery. All right, next one is this flower, and I've already decided that I want to do purples, but not the same hue of purple that I used here. Not so bright. I want to do a more subdued purple, so we're going to do that for dark, this for medium, and this for light. And then I'm also, oh wait, I was going to add in, I was going to test these out and add in a glaze to that. So these are the very lightest of light purples. And nope, not that one. Possibly. Absolutely not. Okay, not that one, not that one. So I'll come out after I do the lightest and put this in, but I also want this one to have some blue. So I'm going to blend these two together. And I'm starting to think that I should start not with this one. I think I will go with this medium and then go a little bit lighter. So dark, medium, light. And you'll be able to see that once it's dry, but it's wet, so it looks darker. But it will be a nice blue. I was thinking that it would be, I haven't decided, but I was thinking to have blue on the tips and then purple on the base, and then just blend them together. I think that could look really nice. So I'm going to try it. And if it doesn't look nice, then I'll do something else. We'll color over it with the darkest purple. We'll figure it out. All right, so I'm going to do, just pick one petal, and I'm going to pick this one here that has this overlap here. And because the tips would be blue, I'm doing the darkest blue for the shadow. And then this will come down a little bit. And then I'm just going to put a little bit in the center just to give, it's so light that you're probably not going to see it, but I know it's there. So darkest, lightest, just going to bring this down a little bit. No, that's not lightest, that's medium. And then I'm going to go further with this light one so the purple has some blue to blend in with. And I'm going to do this top here in the lightest. And again, you'll be able to see a little bit better when it's dry. And then I'll come in on the bottom, do my darkest purple here. And then blend out. And then the lightest purple. And I'll come back in with that lightest blue, and where these two colors meet, blend them down. So you have like a variegated petal. What do you think? Could that work? Is that a possibility? That's what I had in my head. And then I was going to glaze actually with this, but I don't actually think I want to now. But I do want a different green than I used on the last one. Probably not too different. I just think the darkest color shouldn't be so olivey. Olive. I think it should be more like a dark green. So I'll keep the other two colors though, because those look good together. And what do you think? Is that a good idea? Is that a good blend to have the two together? Drink some water. Now you can think about it and tell me what you think. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Nope. Let's put that back. All right. Well, I'm going to do it anyway. So I'm going to start with the blue first because the purple is the darker and I can cover up any mistakes with purple than what I make. So I'm just going to take the darkest blue and go through and add any shadows that I would need to on the petals on this flower. I've already done this one, so I have a really good idea on what I want to do. So now it's just a matter of figuring out, like up at the top on this one here, it's curled over, so that would need a shadow for sure. And then it looks like it's curled up over here too. And curled up over here. And that's a leaf, and that's a leaf, and so I don't mess anything up, just gonna put the lightest color that I have. I'm gonna put a green dot so I know that those are leaves, and I don't color them as petals. All right, this one comes over at the tip as well, and be a blue shadow here that would blend into purple where these leaves overlap. That would be a purple shadow, purple, well, maybe blue here. Maybe purple and maybe blue there, purple. So in this flower, I think I have where all the blue shadows would be. So now I'm just going to add some light flower shapes, petal shapes. This one is more of a square petal, but the blue would still go down in the center, but it would curve, I think. So I'm just adding the blue to the top, but like in a flicking. And this petal is rather large, so this is a tip. I don't want to make you sick, but I color best a certain way, and that's why I always turn the image. All right, so the blue tips are in, and then I'll just go through quickly and blend them out. And this is the lighter of the two colors, so any mistakes I make, I can just cover. Not going to make too much purple on that one, but it will come up. Same with this one. You'll just be able to see a hint of purple in the shadow there. Maybe a little bit there too. Okay, and then this lighter one is going to go further so that the blue has something to blend into. So it will really look like I'm just coloring everything blue, but I'm not. I will still go back with the purple. So that's that top. And now the bottoms, let's see, this would be purple up to about there. I have to think about the shadows. So this would be more of a purple shadow. And also here. Maybe a little there. Coming up here and then coming halfway-ish up there. I mean, this isn't like a real flower, so, you know, I can really kind of do what I want. Oh, purple would be down here, so the darker color would be the shadow. Definitely, I don't want to have just a blue petal, so I'll have a shadow there too. Shadow there. Everyone's a shadow. You get a shadow. You get a shadow. I think just a little there. Did I get it all? Oh, I didn't get this center flower here, but let me turn it. Sorry, I don't want to make you nauseated. Because this petal is the shape that it is, it's like very flat and facing the sun here. It's going to have very thin shadow and then very thin blending as well. But it still needs it, so there's that. Next, just slowly extend it with the true color, base color, medium color. Not so much on these back here. Like that. Oops. Missed over here. And missed this really flat petal. Did I get everything else? I think I did. Okay, blend out with the lightest purple, and then I'll go back in with the lightest blue and blend those two together. I'm not really paying attention to how much of what I put down. Like how much blue versus purple there are on each individual petal. I already did that. I already did that. I think I already did that too. It's just a mix of blue and purple, so we get the idea. Is that the lightest one? That was the lightest one. Did that. Okay, and then I'll use the light blue and blend down into it. I am not going to do anything with these like flips. I'm just going to color them the lightest color. Oh, I don't think that was one, but you can't really tell, so it is now. And then anywhere I can see there's like a sharper line than a blended line, just go back in with the blue. So it's nice and blended. Like that. What do you think? Good? I like it. I might actually go back in though with the dark purple at the bottom and stop and just reinforce this shadow that would be there. Kind of pop out the petals a little bit more. I'm not doing a lot. Just enough to add like a little bit more contrast. Like that. Yeah, I think that works. And that's that flower. The center, I'm not sure if there are blue and purple flowers in real life, so I'm just gonna make it kind of a normal colored center. So it would kind of be darker at the bottom, and then transitioning to a little bit of orange. And I'm just tapping the marker down to get some color. I'm not really trying to blend or anything. The smallest part of the flower. And then a little bit of golden yellow. Oh, you know what I was going to do on this one, though? I was going to go back in and add the black dots, but I think you can still see them pretty clearly, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this flower back here now, and I think I'll start with the purple this time. I don't think there'll be any purple in that one back there. Maybe a lighter, a little bit of the lighter, but definitely not enough for a shadow. And then the lightest. And I am going further with this so that the blue has something to blend well with. I'm going to decide what to do with that center after. So now with the darkest blue, come down. Okay, just some very common flower spreads of flower, like the color. And this one, I'm going to put the darker, no, that one needs to be purple. And then we'll go to the lighter blue. Okay. And then I'm just going to go with the lightest purple. Blend that out and up. And then the medium blue will come down. Wrong one. Just a bit. And then the lightest. This one will go here for sure. Blend in. This one feels like it could be time for a refill as well. I always test by using the chisel. You're not going to be able to see that. If you get a solid line, then you're okay. But if you have some streaking in it, like over here, then it needs to be filled. If it was like that the whole time, then it's fine. And this one is so light you can't really see, and I can't really see. So I'm just gonna continue on. If it really was very low, then it would start squeaking, or you would be able to tell that there are stripes kind of in the color. So I went with the lightest blue in there. I actually don't think I want to do, maybe I'll take the lightest purple and come up neat, but I think that's good. But I will go again in with the darkest and just kind of a little bit more contrast. And make these very common petal kind of shapes. Like that. And this little one, just going to take the lightest and the darkest. And I'm going to color what I can. So small, not a lot of detail, but you'll know what it is. Did the purple. I'm actually going to go in with the darkest blue and do the tips. If I went in with the lightest, you might not be able to see it. So, and again, so small. Now time for leaves. I'm making really good progress. I do need more water though. Okay. So the darkest, this blend, nice deep dark green. Blend it out with this lighter green, good medium green, and then like a spring green for the highlight. It's really not that much different, but the hue you can see is largely different in the darks. But these are also very small, so I'm just going to add tiny amounts of this dark where there would be shadows, crosses. I haven't really figured out what I want to do with the leaves yet. There's a lot of like turning in them, which is nice, but also a pain in the butt. I don't think you need that many. But let's see. If this leaf was curved on the side, then this would be a really deep shadow. Like that. And leaves are usually darker from the base as well, so I think I will follow this line. And do something like that. And then it will have two shadow sections. Let me show you. Let's blend out with this medium base color green. On both sides. And then blend out with the lightest. Like that. And then this side that's flipped would be light as well, because it's curved like up. So I think that's what we'll do. Yep. Back to the dark. There would be a shadow underneath all the petals. There would even be a shadow on this flip side, but I'm going to do that with the medium green. And I'm going to follow this. And this. Like that. And this one, the light would be facing more this way. So I'm going to draw in a darker line and let that be a highlight, and then I can blend on both sides. Doesn't really make sense, but the leaf is a little awkward. And, you know, nature. So anything is possible. Nature loves chaos. All right, I'll blend these down too. And I'll have one side that's a little bit darker. Oh, thank you. I really like the petals too. Here's a thing. You know what I was thinking of? Like, I don't know what kind of detail you can see at this resolution. I was thinking of changing the resolution so it was smaller, so there was like more focused in the center. I don't think the picture would be as good then. It could be, I don't really know. But I thought you'd be able to see things better. Do you think that's worth a shot? Should I try that? Oh, almost forgot the top here. I'm going to blend the center and then leave the outsides for the lighter green. I think I'm getting hungry. What time is it? It's only 11:30. Oh, something's broken. I might have to get a snack. Okay. And then over everything with this lighter color. Blending where needed. And glazing everything else. Blend, 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 glaze. Blend. Blend, blend. Blend, 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 glaze, blend. Blend, glaze. Blend, glaze. And there we are. Cute, simple, interesting. That'll make a good card. Now, fun. I'm going to do both of these at the same time. Let me put some of these markers away though, because there are a lot out and I'm not going to be able to find anything. And that is going to slowly drive me mad. Not as mad as having my kid home for 11 days, but still mad. Or crazy. Yeah, whatever word you want to use. Let's see. WC. I have a container, some travel container for these markers that I've just created like a sectioning thing in the inside, and they just stay there all the time. And they're all sectioned by color. Some have more than one section. Like the blues have two, the browns, because there are a lot of those, the grays. So it's really easy to put them away, and it's fairly easy to find stuff. And since it's a travel case, if I need to get up and go, I just do. And that was my solution for managing marker craziness. Okay. Purples, red violets, gray. And I think I need to do these too. These are all blue greens. And they all go in the same thing. All the blues. Well, the light blues go in one, and the darker blues go in another. Red and red violet. Light brown. Dark brown. Green. Yellow green. Now you know my setup. And then all of these. Black goes with grays, gray, and blue violet. Okay, those are done. And get another scrap piece. These are just pieces that I cut off from other projects and leave them so I can have a testing card of the same paper. All right, hippopotamuses are gray, right? So I think we're going to do a 4 gray blend because it's the biggest one. So it has some nice highlights. Turtles are green, and I'm going to bring out my color chart for that. because I kind of want some like olivey greens, but I don't want as dark as I used. So YG 95, 93, YG 67. I'm mixing tones, hues as well, because I can. So, but I also want, I wanted a lighter version of this YG 67, YG 61. There we go. So for green blend for the turtle, for his skin and his shell. And then I need some browns for the monkey. Like a good E99, that would be good. But I need it darker. So I will go with, I want to stay kind of in the same hue, so go with E37. These are really small, so I don't think I'm gonna go with 3 blends on that. It's just a little line. E37, that's the next one. Okay, I need some light for his tummy, 2 colors. So I will do 51 and 50. Okay, monkey, turtle, toucan. I think that's a toucan. What colors are toucans? I need to look it up so I get the stripes right. That's not how you spell that. Okay. Red, orange, yellow. These ones have different stripes though, so, and this one has blues and purples. Oh, let's go crazy. We'll do purple. Purple? No, blue. Okay, this will be light orange. And then a yellow and a red and a blue. Why not, right? Oh, they have black at the tip. I can still put blue there though. Yes. Well, this one is blue, green, orange, and red. I think I'll go a little bit more traditional though. Except for the blue. The blue will not be traditional. But it is on these birds, so. All right, so what am I doing? A light orange. What color did I say? Light orange, dark orange, red. Let's do that. And then I was going to do a blue, and these blues are pretty vibrant, actually. So I think, yes, like that. And black for the tip. Is that a hippo? Not a rhino. Oh yeah, you're right, it's a rhino. But the rhinos are gray too, right? It is a rhino, I think. Now I need to look it up. Hold on. What color are rhinoceroses? Or is it rhinoceresi? English is so weird. They can be gray too. Gray and brown, actually. So I'm going to change the colors of gray. I didn't grab the colors of gray. I'm going to go with the warm gray colors. And still with the 4 color blend, but Gray also hosting you. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. And congrats that you figured out how to do that. Because I'm not sure I could. I am going to stick with gray, but I am going to go with like a warmer gray color. So it's kind of like grayish brownish. And we're going to go pretty dark. Yeah, it's like gray brown. Yeah, you totally get kudos for that. I'm absolutely going to find some chocolate and send it your way. So that's a good, I think that's a good blend between the gray and the brown that rhinos can be. So that's the color that one will be. All right. And okay, toucan. They are black. Maybe I'll just, wait, are they all black? Yeah, they're pretty solid black. I think I'll just color it black. There's enough color everywhere else. And then I'll do the same, even though the wings typically don't have that, I'm just gonna play and do the wings the same color as the beak. And then this part is white, so I don't have to do anything. Or it could be yellow. Oh, I'll make it yellow. Colorful. So colorful. Right? Yes. That color yellow? Maybe a little bit lighter. Ah, sure. That color yellow. So those will be the same. I have the greens, I have the browns, I have the gray browns. I can do a color balloon. Red balloon. But maybe not my Christmas red, right? Such a stunning color though. I don't know. Maybe I want to do that. Maybe I'll find another one that I like better. Yeah, you know what? I just love my Christmas red so much. I'm just going to go with that. Okay. 59. I absolutely adore this combo of red. And then I was thinking, what is this is my favorite stamps, Birth Yay. But then I was thinking maybe I'll make like a jungle behind or something. But I need a picture of a jungle. MFT. I also don't want to copy anyone, so I always look at cards that other people have made with them, so I don't copy, and I see no jungles. Yes. Where did toucans live? Anyway, that can kind of be jungle, right? Sure. Yes. All right. I will decide the greens and browns and stuff on that after. It is. Oh, you know what I was supposed to do? I was supposed to update the commands. Okay, I will not do that now, but I need to write myself a note to do that later. Okay. So that I have it. Okay, I'll do that after. What else? Yeah, that's it. All right, I'm gonna do this toucan first because he's gonna be fun and easy. We're not really, he's so small, that we are just doing colors. We're not doing shadows. We're just, that's it. So I was going to do black on the tip, yellow, light orange, dark orange, red, and blue. Yes. All right. Let me figure this out. Light orange. He's going to be so colorful. And then this is his twin, you know. Dark orange. Red, yep. And then blue. Oh. Are we so colorful? And then black just on the tip, because apparently they have a black tip. Like that. So now I can, he is black. You have to be so careful coloring black, like pure black, because there's no do-overs. That is your new reality, wherever it lands. Okay. Now, do I want to do, I want to do the same thing, but maybe I should do them in reverse. So I should have orange here, and then darker orange, red, blue. Yes. And then yellow. Oh, come on, how cute is he? He's super cute. I love it. Oh my goodness. Oops. I didn't realize, and I just realized now, that this 3-part thing is his tail. Oops. But since he's a black bird, that's easily fixed. And actually, I think it looks better. Let me concentrate and do the black on this one too. There is no forgiveness with black. How are you getting private time here to watch? Are you on the laptop hiding in a bedroom? Or on your phone with your earbuds? Or is everyone watching? Probably should have asked that first. Okay, orange this way. And then you wouldn't see that there. Dark orange. Red. This would be like a cute kid's card or something. And then blue. I'm so glad I found that picture of the one with the blue in it. I mean, Their wings weren't it, but hooray! I was going to do both of these, so let me just do that quick. And now that I've already done it on both, be very easy to duplicate. Nice and easy. Since I'm doing two, I'll have one for myself and then one for my design team admission. That's the word I was looking for earlier and couldn't find because words are hard. Hey, no, we haven't seen Sticks in a while. Where's he been? What's happened with him? Okay, do the balloon last. Now I'm gonna do the rhino. Not a hippo, it's a rhino. All right, and he is going to be blended. He's not going to be solid like the toucan, but he's also going to be very simply colored because this is a kid's card. So you don't have to really focus on hyper realism here. Yeah. There we go. Keeping the same shape that I just threw down, just blending the second darkest color. He has a lot of area, so we have more room to play with. color wise, shading wise, etc. And I'm just going to blend all of this. I think I'm going to make that darker so I can just color that. Sorry, don't want to make you nauseous, but okay. And then the lightest color, which will be all of the highlights. Maybe I'll go in with dark on the nails. I don't know. But this will be the blend. Kind of looks like he's smiling. Just go over this and blend it out a little bit more. There. When that dries, it'll look a little bit better. Horns. Horns will be light. Ears will be light. And then little nose hole will be dark. And his nails will be dark. There we go. And okay, I could do it over here too. Should have just done them at the same time, but it's okay. I wasn't 100% sure what I was doing the first time, so I think I'll end that a little bit earlier. And then darker here. I swear I ate breakfast today, but it really, truly doesn't feel like it. Is this part of the celebration that the house is quiet again? I don't know. No, this is dark over here. Nice big belly, right? Okay. Next. Okay. Oh, that should have been a little bit darker. This blend here. Lightest one. Kids cards are kind of more fun to make because you know they're going to a kid, basically. And there's no like, you give a card to your grandmother, you want it to look really nice, right? You give a card to a kid, it's a card. It's a cute scene, cute animal, whatever. But it's a card. And, you know, things don't have to be perfect for kids. Whereas you want them more perfect for, adults that you're giving cards to. So for me, kid cards are a little bit more freeing to make and color. Precision really isn't like super important. You know, can just kind of do what I feel. And I went out of the lines in a certain couple of places. I'll fix it, but it's not horrible. Whereas if it was for like an anniversary card or something, you want perfection. I want perfection. All right. Let me take my colorless blender and just, because I just want to clean it up a bit. Just because they're freeing doesn't mean they have to be messy. Okay, that's that. Rhino is done. Now, monkey, right? I'll probably do the hat and the balloon the same color. So, oh, I have to do the cupcake too. So, shadow for monkey, and we're talking like really not a lot of shadow, really. A little bit though. The ears I will do the same color as the belly and the feet. Tail. In hindsight, I really didn't even need to use a darker color for the shadow, but that's okay. Now, I'm going to do a cream color for everything else. Even for the cupcake, because then that means it's vanilla, maybe. And then it's just a little bit of highlight here. I'll take this one again and just go back in. There. Oh. Second monkey. So we'll do shadow though, because I don't know, because I'm crazy. Maybe it adds a little variation. Adds it to me, so I guess that's really all that's important. Kids are going to like it no matter what. We're doing so good on time though, huh? We've already gotten 3 other projects done. This was literally all I had planned for today. So once we're done with this, like, we're done. Oh, he has little tufts of hair I missed on the last one. Making really good time. This is not normal. I really, really wanted to do some watercolor today. But some of the things I have in mind, they need to dry, and that's not exciting for you guys. And yes, I can work on multiple projects, but I don't know. Then I just kind of feel like, oh, I colored his foot wrong. You know what? No one will notice. I kind of feel like if I'm going from project to project to project, just like one right after the other, it's kind of overwhelming. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, tell me. But I don't want you to sit there and be like, oh yeah, that's the one we were doing, or whatever. Forgetting about what projects we are working on. And I feel like it's inevitable with watercolor because of so much drying time. And we could have like a really nice chat during it, but you guys don't chat. You don't talk to me. So, I know. All right, so I have two greens here. And I'm going to use the greener of the greens on the turtle itself. And then the more olivey green on the shell. There are a number of colors, shades different, so gonna need some multiple touches for blending. Which is fine. Maybe, no. Actually, I think I'll use this. I usually have like a lighter belly, right? So I'll use that same kind of cream color underneath. So, did everyone have a good Easter? If you celebrate? Otherwise, did you have a good weekend? I know one of the answers right away. I decided to give it a little highlight on this one, just underneath the chin there. Okay. And then I was going to use these other colors and just go from medium to a light up at the top. So what do I want to do? I think come up here and then these will be light. And then the top will be light. And then that thing will be light. We'll see if that works. Sure. Actually, I think I'm going to keep those white. Yeah. Okie doke. Fine. This is the light. So we'll do the reverse. And we'll have to come back and blend that a little bit better. Here we go. What color hat should the turtle have? I'm going to do the balloon red and his party hat red. I have to do the cupcake and the turtle hat though next. So like that. Actually, that's the perfectionist in me. You've seen her now. She's popped her head. Nobody would have known. Nobody. Okay. And then I'm going to do a highlight here. So blend this down. Like that. And I should probably do that again here. The highlight will be here. Okay, and then blend out this darker color. Now, the highlight in the outside of the balloon. Will be this color. And then I'll just go really quick and swipe over everything to change the hue of everything else. So it all looks good. Like that. When it dries, it'll dry a little bit lighter. And then the little balloon thingy. And then the cherry can be red on top. Here. I have change my mind on this being the red for that. I think it's too much. So I'm just going to go with a lighter version of this, which would be this color here, on, and just going to color. Still going to be red, just not the same combo or hue. It's not really that much lighter, is it? This one I think I'll put the lighter first and blend it out with the darker. Like that. Color. Oh, like a yellow. Yeah, like a orange yellow. So this would be the darker side. And then yellow. And just blend that down. Okay. Cupcake. Give me a color, any color, while I take a drink of water. What color? Tell me, tell me. No recommendations? Purple. Purple it is, thank you. What color purple? How about a blue purple or violet? So it's still purple, just like that. So, BB 13. Thank you, my friend, for not leaving me hanging. Okay. They are done. So, what do you think about the jungle background? Should I do that one? Make up some kind of jungle? Or should I make it like in a house? I thought the jungle would be more fun. I don't actually know how to draw a jungle, so, you know, there's that, but we'll figure it out. I just sounded Canadian. Out. Let's see. Oh no, you go somewhere different. Six. Okay. All ours. I think I need to think about what color greens I want to use. Um, Definitely want to be down in these more muted colors, but I also kind of want some brightness as well. So I think that one, YG09 for sure, and then my favorite YG03. Really like citron. I don't know what color. I don't know what color that would be called. Here it's called yellow green, so I guess it's yellow green. But then I also want some kind of muted colors. So like this area. Could do the G90s. That would be good. I did that on the Turtleville. Did I? No, I didn't. G 99, 94, 91 is like a light tan kind of brown color. That could work. Oh, that's YG91. What color am I looking at? G99. G94, yes. Okay. So I want a lighter color than that. I think I'll go with the 43. And then I'm actually going to take some of this like BG 9996 as well, which is a blue-green color, but that's going to be more for trees and stuff. And maybe I'll do some light blue. Really, really, really light blue. I think I'm actually going to cover it, but let's figure. Oh, and I would need like a. No, I don't need a road. It's the forest. It can just be grass. All right. I'm going to start with that. And I'm going to start with the lightest. Nope, I'm going to start with the sky. Because this could be, if I do have sky, it'll just be easier to just get it all in there now. I do not want to really touch any of the other colors. And now it's really starting to look like it needs to be filled. Squeeze out a little bit left. Nope, it's not going to let me. 1 second. Okay. Again with marker 101 maintenance. But I'm not cleaning this time. Just there's like a special thing you can get to take that out, but I don't actually know. Oh, this one's new. Do I have an old one? I must have used it. Hence why I would have a new one, right? Okay. But I never understood why you couldn't just get your fingers dirty for a second. Use a little towel. No big deal. I don't know why I would want to spend like, any kind of kroner on buying it. Should be enough. And then in case you're wondering, I have my own little system. Use this one. This gray one, this gray stripe here comes with the marker, and that shows you which nib it is. This one is a bullet, I think they call it, bullet nib. This one is a chisel tip. So this one is always the one that I color with for the most part. And then this little tape on here means I have a refill of that color. So I do have a refill of G94. I do not have a refill of G99. And that's what those mean. Aren't you so excited that you learned that? All right, now let's see. Oh, now there's some color. Need to be really careful. I don't want to drag this red everywhere. I've been there, I've done that. I don't want to do it again. Okay. There we go. Sky is in. Around the balloon, carefully around. I was looking at my palette the other day when I was playing, and we did a couple times ago, and I'm switching to watercolor. I'm switching talking about watercolor. So I had played with reds, and there were two reds that I have that are so similar that you can't really tell the difference. And I was like, oh, well, that means I can open up a few two places, because it's actually in a long pan versus a short one. So that gives me two more colors that I can add. And then I was looking at colors, and I've found 7 new colors, and not 2. So yeah, you know, that's how it goes. All right, these are trees and stuff, and this was grass and maybe tree tops. Right, so start with the darker underneath people, not people, animals, and then we'll just add some dark in here just to give it some variation. And then we'll go through with the light. Blend it all in. Should have my, so I don't color on my mat, because this one will go off to the sides like that. Nothing has to be perfect. It's just grass. hoping I don't have to refill this color as well. But I might need to bring another color in to make the transition between these two a little smoother. So, yeah. So we've got 09, 03. And now I will bring in 05. And then just so they blend better. Just to add variation. Like that. Just a nice little grassy area. Might go over with this one. Blend it down a little bit better. You hear how squeaky that is? Yeah. See how streaked it is? It needs to be refilled. But later, after, maybe, or before this one anyway. I think we might have to stop at this one and we can do this one offline because I am running out of time and I'm a bit hungry also. So I'm just gonna make some trees back here. No, what do I want to do? Yep, I'm just gonna make some trees. So then there's gonna be some trees coming up in the background. And the closer they are, the darker they will be. Oh, forgot his tail. Oh, what color was that? 8. It's totally food time, yes. And I don't know what my husband's having for dinner, but I have leftover pasta. I did so well, and it came out just like my grandmother's pasta sauce. That side of my family is Italian, so I hit it out of the park. I did really well. And I really want to eat that. Leftovers. Because I did so good. Although there's no more meatballs, so that's kind of sad for me. Alright, I'm going to elaborate. I just need to get down. I think I actually want to go page 96. What other colors are there? 93. Okay. 96. And then forest, you know? Just giving the idea of trees. I'll fix that. And then I'll take the lighter one and just do it in the center here. And I think this will make more sense once we get like a tree canopy in and all right. So now we've got some trees and now we need leaves, and we're going to use these colors for leaves. So I'm going to start with the lightest. And I am just going to just make a mess. And just fill in much of this area. I'm not going to mess up my little bird though. And I'm going to make some, jungles have vines, right? So it's going to be hanging down in various places. Right? And then I'm going to take the medium color and I'm going to add some more leaves, but now I'm going to just add them in squiggles. That's all. And it'll kind of be like certain trees, just squiggling. Not near my little bird though. Just to give some separation and to give some contrast and let some of the lighter seep through. I don't know how this will come out. We'll see. Does it look like trees? I don't know. And then just add some stripes of color down because jungles are, you know, little bits of leaves here and there. And then more so up here. Does that look like trees? And then I'm going to go back in and just in little like separate, kind of more define the trees. Just squiggles. Less towards the bottom and not as, I think I need to scribble more. I think it was too clean, but just add some darkness, contrast, shape to the tree canopy. And I'm literally just scribbling, just I think there's like some actual art term for this, but I never remember it. Just adding some variation to the background because forests, jungles are green. I think I'm going to go in with this lighter, the lightest. Oh, maybe I should go a little bit lighter though. Yeah, go a tiny bit lighter. Just give this bit of a hue update. I'm trying to get rid of all of this guy, but if it's a jungle, I want it to feel like a jungle, right? Some sky can poke through, but jungles, aren't they congested? They have like a lot of I know in Minecraft they do. So like that. And I think I might actually bring the leaves down a little bit more on the side. And did I use that one for that? No. Use this one, didn't I? Yeah. I think I'll just kind of shape them so the closer they are, the lower they are. Just adding a little bit there. And then this. Just extending. Do I just say just all the time? Just noticing this. See? Oh. Okay. A little more squiggles. Not as many because it's not as full down there. Some dots. More squiggles. A couple of dots. What do you think? It's a nice little forest, right? I think I want to kind of muddy up. I think I'm going to use this lightest one. I think I'll use both, but I think I'm going to kind of fade out these trees a little bit more in the background. So kind of become a little bit more invisible. Okay, no blue sky. Shouldn't have done it. It's all right. And then I'll take this media, the lighter of my other greens. I'm going to do the same thing. Just going to kind of soften these trees so they're just not as distinct and sharp. So they blend better. This is the one I need to refill too. Okay, use a chisel tip and do this one. I'm just going over the lines of where these like trees are to soften them up. So they're just not oh, I apparently need to remove that from my vocabulary. Yeah, so it's more like kind of foggy, not as distinct. And I actually would like to throw in a darker color, believe it or not. And I am going to go with a purple. What, you say? Well, I am. Not as much. And just to add some shadow. More in the center of the top here. There. What do you think? Good? need to keep all these colors together so that I can recreate the background on the other one, which I will do, just not right now. Because now it's time for lunch and I am done for the day. So I'll put these together. I do like the way that, like, it's just very simple but fun. Bunch of animals, birthday party, jungle. Absolutely makes sense. So we got a bunch done today, I think. This one, that one, and this one will be a confirmation card. I don't know what kind of card, some kind of maybe happy anniversary, birthday, whatever. This will definitely be birthday for a kid. These are things that I need to make something of for my design team admissions for next month. And as I said, I was going to watercolor today. I really wanted to, but the weighting game. I'm struggling to figure out how to do the weighting game. So until I do that, I can at least get ahead. I have a bunch of different things to color and figure out what to do with. And so this will just help me get ahead for the next couple months. And that's what that's done. So there we are for today. I will be back on Friday. I'm really pretty sure I'm going to be doing watercolor stuff. And I will do multiple projects so that you don't have to sit there and wait and just watch things dry. Or I'll dry it with the heat gun so there's not a lot of in-between time. And yeah, I hope you like what we did. I hope you get inspired. That's the whole point of this. Anybody can do this. Pick something up, try, fail, make mistakes, learn. That's my whole point of doing this. I want to inspire people to be creative. It's good for your mind. It's good for the world. And I'll stop being philosophical and I will say, have a great day. Thank you for watching. And I will see you on Friday. Take care. Bye-bye.